Have you ever wondered? Everything you see, the sky, the stars, the trees, even your own body might not be real. What if your entire life is taking place inside a simulation created by someone else? If this is true, could it mean that every moment we believe we possess free will is actually just a programmed event in a software? Is this merely a science fiction scenario, or is it a far more serious possibility than we think? Today, we will delve deep into these questions, and perhaps you'll start questioning the reality you live in. By the way, if you're interested in topics like this, don't forget to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. If you're ready, let's question reality together. The simulation theory is the idea that the reality we live in might actually be a computer simulation. According to this theory, everything we see around us could be a virtual reality created by software. In other words, the world we perceive as real might simply be a structure built on code. While this idea might seem like a new concept, its roots go back a long way. The ancient Greek philosopher Plato's Allegory of the cave describes how humans see only the shadows of reality instead of reality itself. In the allegory, people chained in a cave can only see shadows cast on the wall and perceive these shadows as reality. However, when one of them breaks free and steps outside the cave, they understand what the real world truly is. This can be considered an early philosophical version of the simulation theory. In more recent history, the French philosopher René Descartes argued, "I think, therefore I am," suggesting that reality might be limited to our perceptions. Descartes proposed that our senses could be deceptive, and that everything we see might be an illusion created by a demon. This idea forms the foundation of modern simulation theory. However, simulation theory became a more concrete topic of discussion, especially in the 20th and 21st centuries, with the advancement of technology. The evolution of computers and artificial intelligence has transformed this theory from merely a philosophical thought into a scientific possibility. The modern version of simulation theory gained significant popularity with Swedish philosopher Nick Bostrom's 2003 paper titled The Simulation Argument. In this argument, Bostrom lists three possibilities. 1. Humanity will go extinct before reaching a technologically advanced stage. 2. An advanced civilization will have no interest in creating realistic simulations of their ancestors' lives. 3. The probability of us living in a simulation is much higher than the probability of us living in a real universe. Bostrom's argument caused a stir, particularly in the tech world. Figures like Elon Musk have stated that the likelihood of us living in a simulation is very high. Musk has said, if we are able to create simulations that advanced, then the chances of us living in a base reality are 1 in a billion, further fueling the debate. Bostrom's argument is not just a thought experiment. It also raises important questions about the future of technology. If humanity develops technology advanced enough to simulate the lives of its ancestors, does that mean we are also living in a simulation? The answer to this question brings not only scientific, but also ethical and philosophical discussions. So, is there any scientific evidence to support this theory? While direct evidence is lacking, some scientists believe that certain features of the universe might be signs of a simulation. For example, the mathematical structure of the universe. Physicist Max Tegmark argues that the universe fundamentally has a mathematical structure. The fact that everything in the universe can be explained by mathematical rules can be thought of as akin to the codes of software. Quantum physics oddities. Quantum mechanics exhibits properties that are vastly different from the reality we observe in daily life, such as particles being in multiple places at the same time. Some scientists suggest that these oddities might be boundaries or glitches of a simulation. The pixel-like structure of space. Physicists believe that space and time can be divided into infinitely small units. If this is true, it could mean that the universe has a digital structure, like the pixels on a computer screen. Cosmic constants and fine-tuning. The fine-tuning of physical constants in the universe to allow for the emergence of life is interpreted by some scientists as evidence of design. If the universe is a simulation, this fine-tuning might be a deliberate choice by its creators. These scientific observations are seen as strong arguments supporting the simulation theory. However, due to the inherently untestable nature of this theory, reaching a definitive conclusion is impossible. The simulation theory has found a wide place not only in the scientific world, but also in popular culture. The 1999 film The Matrix is one of the most important works that introduced this theory to a broad audience. In the movie, a story is told where people live inside a simulation and begin to question this reality. The question, red pill or blue pill, has become one of the symbols of the simulation theory. However, The Matrix is not the only production that addresses this theory. Here are some other examples. Black Mirror. Episodes like San Junipero and Platist explore how people might live in digital worlds. Especially, San Junipero deals with a scenario where people continue to live in a simulation after death. Rick and Morty. This animated series humorously addresses the simulation theory. In some episodes, characters realize they are inside a simulation, and this is portrayed in an amusing way. Westworld. This series revolves around a simulation park inhabited by human-like robots. The show directly references the simulation theory while questioning concepts of reality and consciousness. The Truman Show. Although not about a simulation, this film tells the story of a man living in an entirely artificial world. The main character, Truman, realizes that everything around him is an illusion and begins to search for the real world. This story addresses the fundamental questions of the simulation theory. These works in popular culture approach the simulation theory in both entertaining and thought-provoking ways, allowing large audiences to engage in discussions on the topic. While many find the simulation theory exciting, there are serious criticisms of it as well. Scientists argue that the theory is untestable and therefore cannot be considered a scientific theory. For a theory to be valid in science, it must be testable and falsifiable. However, the simulation theory, by its nature, does not meet these criteria. Additionally, some philosophers argue that the simulation theory is based on an anthropocentric perspective. According to this criticism, it is misleading to assume humanity's capacity for technological development as a universal norm. In other words, assuming that another civilization would have the motivation to create a simulation similar to ours is a significant assumption. The simulation theory presents a profound discussion that challenges our perception of reality from both scientific and philosophical perspectives. If we are truly living in a simulation, what does that mean? Is free will merely an illusion? Or more importantly, who or what might have created this simulation? Perhaps we will never know the answers to these questions. Or we might realize that we are already part of the answer. What do you think? Could the world we live in really be a simulation? If so, how would that change your perspective on life? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments, as your perspective could enrich this discussion even further. Also, to help this content reach more people, don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Perhaps one day, we can solve this mystery together.